So last week I made a video about how I haven't used any social media for the past 4 months, and this has been a huge achievement for me. It was super difficult to make that decision, and it took me a lot of years to kind of figure out that I actually was really better off without social media. And in that video I talk about how it's helped my mental health and how it's allowed me to explore other interests in my life without my attention being diverted onto social media like Instagram and Snapchat. And in this video I wanted to just expand on what I said in that video and talk more specifically about the productivity side of things and the business side of things in terms of my personal goals with this YouTube channel, with some other projects that I'm working on. And I hope this helps you in terms of trying to persuade you to potentially think about getting rid of social media and really just stop scrolling. And I want to come at this from more of a productivity standpoint rather than just mental health and kind of the way I've been feeling since getting rid of social media. If you want to know more about that, then go and watch my previous video on it. But this is going to be more focused towards productivity and the benefits of not scrolling and not having social media. So first of all, I'll talk about what I did. I deleted Instagram, I deleted TikTok, I deleted Facebook, and I deleted Snapchat. I was a big user of Instagram and used Snapchat a lot to talk to people, but I rarely used Facebook and TikTok, to be honest. So those two I got rid of anyway because I had them installed on my phone, but I didn't really use them. The main one was Instagram, and I would scroll and scroll through Instagram for probably close to 2 hours a day, usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that was a long time for me. For me, that feels like a long time, and I know that there's some people out there, including people in this house right now, who spend a lot more time on Instagram and, let's face it, TikTok specifically, a lot more time than that. I'm talking 3-4 hours a day. And for some of you watching, that might not even feel like that much. You might be doing it more than that. So this is kind of a big problem, and you know, a lot of people have this issue of they're just addicted. They can't stop scrolling. So as I mentioned, for 4 months I've not been scrolling on my phone. I haven't had any social media on my phone whatsoever. And how has this impacted my productivity? The first and obvious reason is it's allowed me to have a lot more time. So when we're talking about productivity, we're talking about how much work or content or whatever it is, ideas, can we produce in a given time frame. And the kind of obvious way and the most basic way to increase your productivity is, rather than just thinking about how can I produce more work in the same time frame, just simply do the same amount of your work that you would normally produce in a given time frame and then add more time to it, and the work will expand to fill that time. So now I have an extra 1-2 hours a day because I don't have Instagram on my phone. I kind of have to fill that void with doing something. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's not like I spend an extra 2-3 hours a day working on this YouTube channel, because to be quite honest, I didn't really want my entire day to just be filled to the brim with work. So I do a lot more work on this YouTube channel. I have more time to come up with video ideas and just to think and kind of write ideas for videos. I have more time to actually film it, and I have more time to edit it. So since coming off social media and not been scrolling for 4 months, I've spent that extra time to be more productive, mainly through my own self-improvement journey. So that's things like going for more walks, listening to more podcasts, exploring other self-improvement kind of techniques and insights like meditation and just being mindful. And recently I've been doing this thing where I kind of just spend maybe 10 minutes just to sit and think with no music, no noise, just close my eyes and just kind of think. And I think that's allowed me to be more creative and have ideas kind of just flow to me rather than trying to get ideas and pull them from like media and consuming content and podcasts and things. Sometimes it's nice to just have that time to switch off and kind of let the ideas come to me. And that would have never happened when I had Instagram on my phone, because any kind of downtime between doing little tasks and editing this video and recording this video and doing this thumbnail, any kind of in between time between that, I would have just opened my phone, pulled it up and started scrolling through social media. But now it's like there's nothing to do on my phone, so I've got the time just to kind of sit and just think. And I think that is one of the main points I want to get across to you, is if you're thinking of getting rid of your social media, deleting Instagram, not scrolling, you'll find that you've got a lot more spare time in between doing like tasks and things like your homework or whatever. and you'll find that you might be a bit bored. But what you'll realize, if you can just sit there in silence and kind of just listen to your own breathing, as silly as it sounds kind of silly when I say it to the camera, but this is how people become more creative. This is how people actually empty their mind and kind of forget about your worries. And I think this is how you just need time to like think. Sometimes especially if you're in the YouTube kind of game, or if you run any kind of business or you try to build any personal brand, you'll realize that you just do need to allocate time just to think. And when you have social media and you're constantly scrolling through it and you're constantly pulling in different ideas from random creators and things that you see on there, your mind just gets boggled, your mind gets cluttered with just lots of stuff really that you've seen. And sometimes it can be difficult to pull and string a thought together and get an idea together. And sometimes you just need that silence to kind of do it. So that's what I found has been one of the best kind of uses of my extra time from not having social media, is just having time to think, having time to work on my own self-improvement. And I think that bleeds through into the content that I put out and the videos, and allows me to kind of get some deeper insights and more nuanced techniques and tips. If you want to be like the 1%, then you've basically got to not do what the 99% of people are doing. The 99% of people in your space will be addicted to social media. They'll be scrolling through the phone. And if you can be that 1% of the people in your space, whether that's YouTube, whether that's your school, who isn't on social media, who's spending that extra time to work on themselves, to read books, to upskill themselves, just that 2 hours a day, that simple 2 hours a day, and all the benefits that come of not being on social media, you are going to have such a massive, significant advantage over people. You know, I'll listen to YouTubers like Hamza and all these productivity YouTubers, and they'll all have these kind of productivity tactics, right? But the number one thing that they all say, that they all have in common, that is like by far the best productivity hack, and I found the exact same thing over the last 4 months, is just to not have social media. It is 100% the best productivity hack anyone can ever give you. I guarantee it. If you can just try this, I just urge you to try it for just 1 week, just to remove social media from your phone. Don't worry, your account's not going to be gone forever. You can always reinstall it if you can't do this task for whatever reason, and your account will be there. But I guarantee you, if you are trying to be a more productive person, if you have a business, if you have a YouTube channel, whatever it is that you're trying to grow right now, if you essentially just delete social media and stop scrolling, you will absolutely crush everyone else, the 99% in your space. You will crush them, right? From my experience, from what I've learned, being off social media for 4 months, it is massively improved my productivity, and also just the way I feel when I'm working. I'm not stressed, I'm not anxious. I'm just kind of doing it as I feel, you know? And it never used to be like that. And I feel like having that, you know, pressure removed off of your shoulders when you get rid of social media, I can't explain it. It's just the absolute best productivity hack I can possibly give you, is to get rid of your social media. So 100%, please give it a go for a week at least, and see if you have the same results I've had. I've been off it for 4 months now, just a bit over 4 months, and yeah, it's been the best thing I've ever done for my productivity. Quick little video from me today. Hope it helps you out. And remember, just improve yourself by 1% every day, and you will get there. See ya.